Hello, it's Friday afternoon. I'm waiting for my sister to get here. She's visiting for the weekend. She's gonna help me do a couple things around the apartment. I've just been still looking for little pieces here and there on Facebook Marketplace. This weekend we are going to bookshops, coffee shops, a craft store. So a super cozy sisters weekend for us here in Austin. That's the plan. I'm so excited to see Rocky. It'll be his both of their first time in this apartment, but I know he's gonna be sniffing everything, so I'll talk to you later.
Oh my god, he's shaking, shivering.
Calm down.
Hold on, let me get your leash, okay? Hold on, don't jump. Don't jump. Just don't. So, say pee pee.
This is the new apartment. A week after move-in, it's still definitely coming together. I need to find a much smaller circle coffee table to open up this space into the kitchen, which is a little messy, but that's okay. I'm gonna get a runner here. And a few weeks ago when I first moved in, I had these 2 cases of Olipop outside in a package addressed to the previous owners. So I waited like 2 weeks to see if anybody would come pick them up, but nobody did. So I got my own little housewarming gift. It was these big cases of Olipop that I love. So I'm excited about that. Riley got me a little housewarming gift also, this beautiful candle and this purple orchid, which is so gorgeous. My guest sofa bed just got delivered from Amazon. It's hard to believe that a sofa bed could fit in this box. I'm gonna try to do it myself, so we'll see how it goes, but I'll show you the upstairs also. This is the new bedroom. Very similar setup to how I was in my last place. I just have more space, and then my closet. And then this is the office slash guest room, which is currently kind of a mess, but I've been working in here from my little desk. I just got the sofa bed that I'm gonna try to put here. And I have a nice storage closet in there and a guest bathroom. I'm super excited about having an office. I've never had an office. I've always worked from my kitchen or my desk in my bedroom. So to have just one room solely dedicated for work, I can paint in here or out on the balcony, which is super nice and spacious. Very green, lots of little birds. Really excited for this room to come together. Definitely very low, but I think once I have stuff on the wall and add like a throw blanket and some pillows, it'll look a lot more put together. And right now I'm gonna try to zhuzh this area up a little bit, but I feel like this is perfect for a small guest room like this because it's 2 very thick twin mattresses, so I could have one guest or pull it out and have 2 people sleep in here, which is perfect. Okay, here's a little update. Just cleared the floor a bit, added a blanket and those pillows that it came with. And then I want to do maybe 2 shelves here, and then maybe I'll hang my diploma on this wall. I also ordered a new keyboard, which I'm excited to come in. That is one of those that makes a lot of noise, which I love. And I got a pink and green keyboard before I even bought this chair, and before I remembered that I had this pink and green little mat, so it's all gonna look really cute and cohesive.
Estás provocando un volcán en mí, se va derramando mi deseo por ti. Baile prohibido, juego de emoción. Esta vez me rindo, eres mi adicción y me tienes loca por tu calor, enrédame en tu ser. No puedes ver, es más que una obsesión, me tienes a tus pies y me tienes loca por tu calor, enrédame en tu ser. No puedes ver, es más que una obsesión, me tienes a tus pies. No puedo explicarlo, hay un sabor en ti, tan dulce como...
I almost didn't make it, but I carried this table and all the chairs up the stairs myself into my apartment. I'm out of breath, but I'm so excited to set up my dining table finally. These are the vibes. I think it's so cute. Fits perfectly, the color, everything. I love it. I want to paint like a really big canvas for up there. And then I'm not sure if I should leave my art cart in that corner or maybe this corner or put it in my office. I'm not sure. But happy with how this looks for right now.
Saqué mi lote inicial y el lote que había pedido y salí a mano.
Wow.
Y ya es ganancia.
Con un poco de paciencia.
Sí, con fe. Sí, con fe de que va a cambiar y sí cambió.
Sí.
Sí, siempre que cambia, que alguien se va o que alguien llega tarde. Hace mucho que no juegas el Continental, mamá, tan padre que es.
Sí, ya nos toca.
Sí,
A la
una noche.
Sí, a la otra que vamos a tu casa o que vienes a McAllen.
Sí, una noche que me vaya a dormir allá con ustedes.
Sí,
Y agarramos desde la tarde.
Pero nos vas a dar paliza, tita.
No, pues es cuestión de suerte, mamá.
Sí, también.
Sí, es cuestión de suerte, pero también de poner ojos en el juego.
A pelar ojo.
Sí.
I'm trying to make a little holder for my incense. I want to glue something in the middle and then put the tiny hole to hold the incense. So I made just like a cube, a little ball, and then a flower. Maybe I make the flower a little smaller. That could be cute. And then it would be like a tiny little hole I'll poke through. Okay, this is my little finished incense holder. I'm gonna glue down this little flower slash butterfly. I don't know really what it is, but maybe a mix of both. I'm not sure if I should leave it white or paint it. We'll see how it dries. It says it's an air dry clay and then I'll have to like do anything else. I don't have like a varnish or anything to make it glossy, so I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'll show you the finished product once I'm using it. It's the morning after I made this, and this is what it looks like. It dried down pretty hard, and I didn't even have to glue on the flower because it's completely just stuck on there, which I wish I would have painted them separately because now I'll have to paint them while attached. But I'm pretty happy for my first clay project. Not too bad. My friend Riley recently finished her certification to be a Pilates instructor, and I'm going to her first like official class that she's teaching, and I want to take her a little congrats gift. So I picked up some things and I'm gonna put them in a little bag to celebrate her being a certified Pilates trainer and already teaching classes. She's so good, such a natural, and her classes are really hard, but in a good, fun way. I got her this little notebook so she can put in notes for her classes. Sometimes when I'm buying little gifts like this, I like to make it like a color theme. So I got the notebook that had blue, and then I wanted to put in a treat. The packaging just also happened to be blue, so I was like, okay, let me make the rest of the gifts coordinate. So I got this little blue face mask, and then these like silk hair ties that she can use for workouts, and some of them are blue here. So I'm gonna put this all together and write her a little congrats note. If you love gift giving and hosting and stuff like that, Marshall's has the best, and TJ Maxx, they have the best blank note cards. I think this was like $4 for a pack of 12. They just come in handy, especially when they're blank, so you can make them for anything.
mordisquear todo esta niña. Te voy a decir mordisca. Quiere mordisquear todo el mundo.
Morning, it's Monday, Memorial Day. I have the day off. I'm pretty much chilling, doing a little bit of cleaning, and I do need to finish my newsletter for the month for good intention. That's the plan. Clean, newsletter, chill, watch TV, and just really enjoy the day off. It feels nice to just kind of move slowly with no plans and no rush. And that's the vibe. I hope you all have had a great Memorial Day weekend as well. Hello, checking back in this evening. I'm working on the blog post and newsletter that I talked about earlier here on the couch. This month's newsletter is all about finding and maintaining your community and what it means to be a good villager. So doing things for your friends, little acts of service, helping them, and also reaching out and always making the effort. That's one thing that I have really prioritized these last couple years that I've been in Austin. Like, I am always the neighbor that's like, hey, do you mind if we exchange numbers in case we need anything? Or reaching out to friends and like trying to initiate plans. And for a long time, I kind of felt like a little bit jaded at one point where I was like, why am I always the one reaching out and why do I have to be? And you know, I think part of that is also just being single at a time when a lot of my friends are in long-term relationships or engaged or married, and they kind of have that built-in partner, right? They have a built-in community, built-in plans. They don't have to like make the effort to do something with someone. Not all my friends are like that, but I just mean that for the most part, as a single woman, that is kind of what I have to do to make plans, is be the one that reaches out and initiates. But I'm also really lucky that in the last couple years, I've found a really great community of people that also make the effort for me and reach out and invite me. And I think it's just making sure that cycle continues and that you always kind of keep those people in mind and make an effort to keep those relationships that matter to you, because it is so easy for them to fizzle out as you grow. So that's what the newsletter is kind of about. You can read the full edition in the link in description. I'll leave it linked. And it's once a month that I send these emails out, kind of just topics that I've been thinking about. I share book recommendations. I usually like spotlight a founder that's doing something positive. And yeah, it's a nice outlet for me to express something that's on my mind or something that I've been thinking about, learning, I'm curious about, or passionate about. So if you want to check it out and subscribe, that would be great. But that's what I'm working on now. Okay, these are my two options, just slight different variations. I think I'm leaning towards this one, but they're both pretty cute. I like that this is very eye-catching as well, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll do this first one. So I have a little quote about the main topic of the newsletter, the book that I mentioned, a little meme that I included, and then just two other like tie-in graphics that relate to the message of the newsletter. This is the format of the newsletter, by the way. I have a quick intro. I share a snippet of some news or things that I think people would like to know. Then I get into the main topic about building a community, finding your village, and being a villager. And then I link to the full blog post And then I share my book recommendation for the month. And then every newsletter has one intentional habit for the month. So this month I talk about practicing tiny hospitality, so like small acts of service to your community, your neighbors, your friends. And then I end every newsletter with a quote as well.